Uh, I guess you can say pregame pull up instead of postgame. Uh, yeah, but welcome, y'all. Another episode. I'm Commander Hove. Uh, just going over, Thursday night preview. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons being home. NFC Showdown. Uh, 5:15 on Amazon Prime. Make sure y'all check that out. Uh, let's see what we got here. Kirk Cousins versus Baker Mayfield. Who y'all got winning this one, man? This is a tough one. It's always tough when it's division opponents, man. Those divisional games be tricky. Even though you can be a bad team, you can always beat somebody in your division. Uh, this game, I was split, man. I was split. I was so split to where I had to put in two cards this week because I had to take, both teams. I played one card. I picked the Falcons. The other card, I wasn't too sure, so I picked the Bucks. Bucks is off to a good start, 3-1, but can't nobody play them as good as the Falcons and the Saints, and then shit. Even Carolina might get lucky. Carolina been playing some competitive football lately since they switched quarterbacks. So, what's up, kid? So this was kind of tough. I really like Atlanta's secondary, man. Shout outs. I really like Atlanta's secondary, man. Their secondary is really good. So I'm not sure, man. I really got to tune in, tap in, and see how these guys play. I watched a couple Atlanta games. Atlanta's not been looking impressive as far as offensive wise. They're not getting the ball to their weapons outside of Drake London. It seems like Darnell Mooney is the favorite target of Kirk Cousins as of right now. Bijan Robinson only been in the end zone once. They can't get Kyle Pitts the ball. Kyle Pitts, and fans is upset with that. He's off to a slow start, a consecutive slow start. I want to say since Matt Ryan was his quarterback. I want to say his first year was Matt Ryan's last year, and he was 1,000-yard tight end. But that haven't been the case these past few years with obviously Kirk Cousins now, Desmond Ridder last year, Marcus Mariota the year prior to that. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into that. I got a story that's trending. Saying Atlanta Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts is currently facing some heat from fans after yet another slow start of the season. NFL fans and fantasy football gurus once again trusted Kyle Pitts to be a high-end tight end this season and finally break out, but that has once again not happened. I've seen the terms broken, lost, defeated used by fans to describe Pitts so far this season, with the overall consensus being that he has lost his edge. We don't know if there's an injury he's playing through, or if it's his mental status at that. But he's often involved in the sidelines during the big moments. Lackluster routes, swipe to see lackluster routes and performance from Sunday's game, along with his negative demeanor on the bench. Everyone said it was a QB problem, then it was a coaching problem, but it seems that it's just a Kyle Pitts problem. He has an elite talent coming out of Florida. What do you think, guys? What you think he'll be able to turn it around? That's been my gripe about him too, being a fantasy owner and everything. I done had this man a couple seasons. David Castillo, shout out H-Town. Yeah, this dude, I don't know what the problem is. Last year, I clearly thought the problem was Arthur Smith, the head coach, you know, who is Pittsburgh offensive coordinator now. You know, he was the play caller last year in Atlanta. I'm thinking it's him not getting the ball to his playmakers, which was Bijan Robinson. Bijan should have had more touches, should have been, you know, should have had more touchdowns at that. This is a dynamic guy. He's, you know, Saquon Barkley 2.0, if you ask me. You know, they get to the red zone, they get to the goal line, and he's putting in Tyler Algier, which is not a bad back. No, he's a good backup. But that's where you go with your stars. You go with Bijan. You get Kyle Pitts the ball in the red zone. You know, this guy runs a 4.3 as a tight end. You know, you have a wide receiver at tight end. How you can't get him the ball? I don't know if it's separation, if he having separation issues. I don't know if he can't, you know, just can't beat his man. I don't know if he's making himself available in that red zone. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. And from the couple of Falcon games that I seen, he scored one of the games. You feel me? But I don't see them, you know, giving him a lot of targets like that. He has a very low target share. But I see too, looking at this clip. Let me see. Yeah, look. Oh, it's his route running, and then it's who they got on him, and then his route on his play. You know, it's who he has on him, and then where his area is. He's not open at all. He's not open at all. So that could be. That could go from the play calling. If I got Marshawn Lattimore guarding me, which is one of the best corners in the league, and this play is drawn up for me to go where the linebackers are, I mean, how you expect me to get the ball? I got Marshawn Lattimore behind me. You know, I got, you know, I'm slanting, I'm dragging, and it's linebackers right there. How you expect me to do anything? You feel me? You might have to get this dude some 9 routes, some posts, something. Open up that route tree for this guy, because going across the middle as a tight end, he's not that type of tight end. He's way too athletic for that. So that can go for scheme. The way I'm looking at it, that can be a scheme problem. But we will see. We will see tonight. Tampa Bay got a tough defense too. Good secondary, good linebackers, good defensive line. So we shall see. Kirk Cousins hasn't been looking like the Kirk Cousins of old, because he still is coming off of that Achilles injury. He's not fully looking like himself. You can tell he's not fully comfortable. But we'll see how he looks as the season may go. But Falcons being at home against Tampa Bay, I'm 50-50 on that one, y'all. I'm 50-50 on that one. As far as my prize picks for you guys, I got Baker going for more than a touchdown and a half, passing or rushing or receiving. So that means he'll get 2 touchdowns. I got Chris Godwin going over 68 yards. I got Younghoe Koo going over 2 field goals. Well, getting 2 field goals, a field goal and a half. Him getting 2 field goals. That's all I have for us. Prize picks for Underdog Fantasy. Let me see if I got any. I know I got a. Okay, I got same thing. Chris Godwin, Younghoe Koo, Darnell Mooney over 46 yards. If you watched the Falcons anytime this year, you can tell that that's one of Kirk Cousins' comfortable receivers to throw it to. He's every game I didn't watch, he's the man. He's had about 6 or 7 catches in those games that I've watched so far. Chase McLaughlin, the Tampa Bay kicker, I got him going over 2 field goals in this game, and then I got Bucky Irvin going over 46 yards rushing. So we shall see, y'all. Good luck if you play those. I got some more previews to do for this weekend, and then I got some more news for you guys. All right, no huddle season. So far, rookie rushing leaders. Number 1 coming in is no surprise. Well, it could be a surprise to y'all, but number 1 is Jaden Daniels, leading all rookies so far in rushing with 218 yards rushing throughout 4 games. Bucky Irvin is second with 203, and Bucky Irvin is the backup running back, y'all, with Tampa. He's I heard news that he might be taking over that running back 1 spot from Rachaad White. Rachaad White is a good receiving back out of the backfield, but far as rusher, he is not. Teams are not afraid of Rachaad White, so it's not opening anything up as far as the offense. The receivers is beating, defenders strictly off of their talent alone. With a guy like Bucky Irvin, it will open up, the passing lanes, because he's a guy who's getting 5 to 6 yards a carry. You can move the chains, stay ahead of the chains that way. That way it opens up everything else. It opens up the play action game. Right now is not doing so much. Number 3 is Braylon Allen with 130 yards. That's the backup running back for the Jets. 4th is starting quarterback Bo Nix. 5 is Carson Steele, backup running back for the Chiefs. 6 is Trey Benson. 7 is Caleb Williams with 79. 8 is Ray Davis, 75. Number 9 is Jalen Wright. Number 6 is Xavier Worthy with 39. And I want to say Xavier Worthy got that off of 1 run. That's crazy. He top 10 with that 1 run, and that came in week 1. That came in week 1. Football Forever. A potential trade candidate is Travis Etienne of the Jaguars. The Jaguars could start receiving trade inquiries for running back Travis Etienne Jr. amid their 0-4 start, per Jeremy Fowler, ESPN. The Jaguars picked up Etienne's 2025 fifth-year option worth $6.14 million, but it's unclear they plan to extend him beyond that. Tank Bigsby is still early into his rookie contract and is averaging 8.2 yards per carry this season. So the Jaguars can part ways with Etienne if they receive a strong enough offer before November 5th deadline. Are the Jags inclined to move Etienne? Time will tell as they look to earn their first win against the Colts on Sunday. Etienne, 25, has rushed for 214 yards on 47 carries, averaging 4.6 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns, 10 receptions for 48 yards so far, which is not bad. Shrimp life, which is not bad, but it looks bad because the team is 0-4. I mean, the offense hasn't been looking impressive, period. Hasn't been looking good, period. And it's starting off with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence ain't been looking too good. Christian Kirk ain't been looking too good. I'm not sure if Evan Ingram has been playing lately or has played yet. And the only thing that's been looking impressive on this offense is Brian Thomas Jr., the rookie out of LSU. If I was them, I would hold off, you gotta, offense gotta help the defense just a little bit. Offense been looking real terrible to the point where I've uh I've waived Trevor Lawrence and Christian Kirk off my fantasy team because it's just nothing there. Christian Kirk was that guy a couple seasons ago. I don't know what happened. Uh, I don't even know if he's injured, but I know they got Gabe Davis there now. Um, but still, Christian Kirk is a slot guy. I'm not sure why he's not getting, the targets he was getting a couple years ago. He was that guy, type guy in the league as far as receptions. But we should see. It's still early, y'all. We just ended the first quarter of the season. This is kind of where teams, kind of hit their stride, or this is where teams kind of hit that bump in the road. We shall see. We don't know. It depends on schedule. It depends on, how players are willing to perform after starting off bad or starting off good. QB rankings after week 4. Number 1 is Josh Allen. 2 is Lamar Jackson. 3 is Jaden Daniels. 4 is Jordan Love, even though he only played 2 games. 5 is Brock Purdy. 6, Justin Fields. 7 is CJ Stroud. 8 is Baker Mayfield. 9 is Kyler Murray. 10 is Patrick Mahomes. Damn, that's crazy. Patrick Mahomes is number 10. Yeesh. Wide receivers rankings after the 4th week. Number 1 is Malik Neighbors. 2 is Jamar Chase. 3 is CeeDee Lamb. 4 is Nico Collins, which I think should be number 1. 5 is Marvin Harrison Jr. 6 is Jaden Reed. 7 is Justin Jefferson, which should be in the top 3, if you ask me. 8 is DK Metcalf. 9 is Chris Godwin. 10 is Mike Evans. Like I've been telling y'all lately. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry for all the yawning. I'm tired of shit. But I had to give y'all this before the game. Chris Godwin been looking like himself again. He was battling injuries the last couple years, but it's looking like he's back to himself. This is PFF, Pro Football Focus, man. I normally don't subscribe to them, but they the best thing going right now. As far as this, you got a lot of people who put out lists like this or rankings like this that's been complete bullshit. You got dudes who's been making mock drafts with, after the first, second game of the season, and the Commanders was top 3 and picking again for next season. Now, fast forward to week 5, we're not in there at all. So it's crazy how the tables turn. So, you take these lists and these rankings with a grain of salt, man, because it's a long season. Week 2, everybody had the Bengals beating us. We didn't have a chance. Nobody had us winning. Even Commander fans whose content creators didn't have us winning. I had us. Y'all can go back and look at the episode Monday Night Football, and I had us winning. Like, I didn't see nothing to where we couldn't win. So, like I said, nobody had us winning. We won, put up 38 points on a Monday night, something we ain't did in a long time, and then we doubled back. That was 2 games in a row that we won. We doubled back. We play the Cardinals, put up 42 on the Cardinals. Now we everybody favorite. We media darlings. Now everybody can't stop talking about us. Everybody can't stop talking about Jaden Daniels. But that goes to show how fast this league works. 1 minute people think your team is going to be trash. You're going to be top 5 picking in the draft again, and now they can't stop talking about you. Y'all the best team in the division. Your quarterback is the best team in your quarterback is the best quarterback in the conference. It's like, now y'all all on our dick. Pause. Y'all all on our dick now, but we were just sorry a couple weeks ago. It's crazy. Now all of a sudden, they trying to discredit the teams that we done beat. Oh, y'all beat the Cardinals, but everybody had the Cardinals beating us. Yeah, the Cardinals played good against Buffalo, but they lost. Yeah, they played good against Detroit, but they lost. oh yeah, they're gonna beat the Commanders. They gonna beat the Commanders at least by 10 points. Got their ass beat, belt to ass, bro. Lost by 28. Now look, now they sorry. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. But I'm not the type of person who hype his team up and look over the next opponent. I think that the Browns are worthy opponents. Yeah, they starting off slow, but they got a good defense. They got a good receiving core. I see that Nick Chubb is off of IR. They opened up his practice window. I'm not sure if he's playing. I'm pretty sure he's not playing this weekend. If I'm them, I won't let him play this weekend. And then, you got Diddy Watson. You feel me? Quarterbacking. And last time he played against us, I know he's been looking like shit since he's been in Cleveland, but last time he played us, he carved us up real bad and he eliminated us from the playoffs. So, playoff contention. So, I don't put nothing past them. They still got hella DBs over there. That's pretty nice. Who they got? Newsom, Emerson, Ward, Dale Pitt. They got KOS, or what is his name? KOA. Whatever his name is, the linebacker. You got fucking Myles Garrett. You got what's my guy came from Green Bay? Zadarius Smith. So I think their defense is gonna give our offense problems. It's gonna be a close one for sure. But back into these rankings, top 10 running backs at week 5. Is Jordan Mason number 1, Kyron Williams number 2, Alvin Kamara number 3, Derrick Henry number 4, Bijan Robinson number 5. I don't know how. Kenneth Walker is 6. You got James Cook 7, Breece Hall 8, Brian Robinson Jr. 9, Aaron Jones 10. No Saquon Barkley. How? How no Saquon, y'all? That's crazy to me. Tight end rankings, and I don't know why, because tight ends ain't been doing shit this year. George Kittle number 1, Trey McBride number 2. How? And he ain't played it in a couple games. That's crazy. Travis Kelce 3, Jake Ferguson 4, David Njoku is 5, Brock Bowers 6. Brock Bowers should be in that top 3. Dalton Kincaid, Evan Ingram, Kyle Pitts, How, and we just talked about Kyle Pitts, Pat Freiermuth. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. This can't be off of production. It can't be off of production. The NFL has announced their players of the month after week 4. NFC Offensive Player of the Month has went to Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's stats read a completion percentage of 68.9, 932 yards, 11 total touchdowns, QBR or passer rating of 118.9. Shout out to Sam Darnold. He deserved this. A lot of people thought that after J.J. McCarthy went down that the Viking seasons was going to go into shit, and he's proving people wrong. He's proving people wrong. So shout out to him and the Minnesota Vikings, who remains undefeated at 4-0. AFC Offensive Player of the Month is Josh Allen with 814 passing yards, 106 rushing yards, 9 total touchdowns, passing rating of 116.5, and no interception so far. So shout out to Josh Allen. That boy balling up until he played against the Baltimore Ravens the other night. It was belt to ass. And NFC Defensive Player of the Month is no other than Aiden Hutchinson. 16 tackles, 6.5 sacks, 6 tackles for loss, and a forced fumble. That boy been balling. AFC Defensive Player of the Month is Cal Van Noy. 8 tackles, 7 for loss, 6 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 1 pass defense. NFC Special Teams Player of the Month, it goes to Brandon Aubrey of the Dallas Cowboys, kicker, 43 points. He's 12 out of 13 from field goal range, 5 of 5, 40 plus. He's 6 out of 7 for 50 plus. I want to say he missed like a 60-yard attempt or something like that. AFC Special Teams Player of the Month goes to Pittsburgh Steelers Chris Boswell, 39 points, 11 of 12 from field goal range. He's 2 for 2 for 40 plus. He's 5 out of 6 for 50 plus. Rookie of the Month is Jaden Daniels, no other than Jaden Daniels. Rookie of the Month for offense, and then for defense is Los Angeles Rams rookie Jared Verse. We got Commanders breaking news. Commanders have made the following roster moves. Opened the 21-day practice windows for linebackers Jordan McGee, backup quarterback Marcus Mariota, and defensive lineman F.A. Obata. Placing wide receiver Jamison Crowder on IR. Okay. It's some good matchups this weekend in the league. I'm gonna go ahead and read them off. Good. A lot of them is good division matchups too. Either division matchups or good wide receiver versus good cornerback. You got Chris starting tonight. You got Chris Godwin and Mike Evans versus AJ Terrell. Who's the other corner over there opposite of AJ Terrell? I forget. I want to say my boy wear number 21 or number 20. D. Alford, and Mike Hughes. There you go. Did you? I like Mike Hughes. I like Mike Hughes when he played for Detroit. Yeah, I like y'all secondary a lot, man. And then you got Jesse Bates and you got Justin Simmons. That's why I don't know about that 4.5 receptions for Mike Evans. I know Mike Evans is a dog and he do his thing, but I just don't know about tonight, man. I'm not sure, but that should be a good matchup tonight. Y'all look out for it. We got the Jets versus the Minnesota Vikings. So Justin Jefferson against Sauce Gardner. That should be a good one. 2 lanky, tall players with speed, jump, athletic ability. We should see. It's going to be a good one. That's probably one game I'll be watching this weekend closely. NFC North matchup. You got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins versus Marlon Humphrey. AFC East. You got Tyreek Hill and Jaden Waddle against Christian Gonzalez. You got the Texans wide receivers versus Christian Benford for Buffalo. So, not only that, you got my boy Stephon Diggs going to play against his former team this week. So we shall see. Maybe Christian Benford be playing against him, or maybe he'll be playing against Nico Collins. Nico Collins is that guy right now. You got the Bears wide receivers versus J.C. Horn. That should be a good one. I was going to say the other corner they had over there, but I forgot they traded him to Pittsburgh. Forgot my boy name. Jackson. Damn, I can't think of nobody's name right now. He said, I need those picks. Okay. If you probably just now getting in here. I said it, but I'll go over, the game picks after. Then you got Deontay Johnson in the same game. You got Deontay Johnson going against Jalen Johnson. which should be a good matchup. I've been hearing Deontay Johnson naming a lot of trade talks. We'll get into that. Marvin Harrison Jr. This is the NFC West matchup. Marvin Harrison Jr. versus Travarius Ward. We got the Giants versus the Seahawks. If Malik Neighbors is playing, if he's well enough to, I'm not sure if he passed every test and concussion protocol. If he's well enough to play, if he's a full go, you got Malik Neighbors going against Devon Witherspoon and Reek Woolen. I'm gonna get to that comment. I've seen it. Then you got Dallas and Pittsburgh Sunday night. You got CeeDee Lamb versus Joey Porter Jr. And then on the opposite side, you got George Pickens versus Trayvon Diggs. So we got some good matchups, man. We got some good matchups. It should be some good football come week 5. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I love to see those one-on-one matchups with corners and receivers that take me back to Deion and Jerry Rice and Deion and Michael Irvin. You know, I can't wait to see it. Shrimp Life said, "Hey ho, what the fuck does the Raiders want to get rid of Adams? Shit makes no sense. What the fuck?" I think if you know Antonio Pierce, if you don't want to be there, he's going to get rid of you. You feel me? He's a tough coach. Like I told y'all before, I told y'all this story before. I went to his camp. I was what, 19, 20? Went to his camp, and the dude is just real intense. He laid back, but on that field, he's intense too. And you got to think, he's a former Redskin linebacker. You know, you heard the stories, the NWA, so you know this is a LA dude. If you don't want to be there, bye. You feel me? And we starting to see Davante Adams become more vocal. He's starting to have that diva stench on him. We all know what reason he came to Las Vegas for, to play with Derek Carr, and he's been unhappy ever since. We already know what kind of coach y'all had prior to Antonio Pierce getting the job. So, you know, he butchered teams. You know, he's not a likable coach. So Davante Adams, he's been unhappy. He's been unhappy with the quarterback situation. Then y'all went to get Jimmy G. He wasn't happy with that. You know, he was very vocal about that on Netflix receivers. So, you know, he want to go to the Saints. He want to go to the Jets. Bye. Get whatever you can for him, though. Get whatever you can. You don't want no player like that. All of a sudden, his hamstring hurt. He didn't get hurt in no game. He don't want to be there, man. So you don't want to be there. Cool. We'll find some people who will. That's the name of this game, man. Shrimp Life also said, to me, as a die-hard fan, it's like you giving up on the season. He always said he wants to be a Raider, and letting Carr go starting. Yes, yeah, the fact. Yeah, he wanted to be a Raider as long as Carr was there, and you know, y'all was winning. You know, it's fun when you win, but then y'all get those L's, a couple L's. You know, it's like, get me out of here. You know, his clock is ticking anyway, man. He's what, 31 years old? You know, that contract is going to eat up some cap space too in the next year. I want to say he like 30 against the cap. Man, get rid of that dude. Get rid of that dude. You can get another him in the second round next year. You know, he was a second rounder. You know, y'all ain't going to miss too much. Y'all, this is a new coach. So y'all kind of like in a rebuild state anyway. You know, Josh Daniels fucked y'all over by not re-signing Derek Carr. You know, benching him his last few games. The year he was there, last year was that 2022 season. So this is what you got to deal with, man. Y'all be okay next year. Y'all got some pieces. Y'all got a lot of problems though over there in Vegas, man. Y'all ain't got much of a run game going on right now neither. So Devontae Adams ain't the only problem that y'all got. Y'all need to get y'all maybe a better coordinator to open up the run to where, or establish the run to open up the pass game. I felt like Gardner Minshew was doing his thing. You feel me? But then I guess y'all switch quarterbacks again, and Gardner not playing, so Adams is unhappy. I don't know. It's a lot to keep up with when you're not a fan of that team. So I haven't been keeping a microscope over the Raiders. I've been so happy with my team and what we doing and what we developing. It's hard to keep up with every team I like. I ain't watched the Raiders in a couple weeks, so hard to say. Hard to say, my boy. My Cowboy fans. Y'all got some notable injuries, man. Coming this week. Y'all got a Sunday night showdown. Been waiting all day for Sunday night. I don't think y'all gonna be waiting all day for this Sunday against the Steelers. Y'all got Deron Bland that's out. That's on injury reserve with a foot injury. Chris Perez is right now. Like today is the last day. I mean, you got probably like an hour or two left before the spreadsheet is out. Brandon Cooks is out with a knee. Micah Parsons is out with an ankle, and then DeMarcus Lawrence is on injury reserve with a foot. So y'all got foot, knee, ankle injuries up the ass right now in Dallas. So no Cooks. You know, that's potentially gonna have team scheme up to double up CeeDee Lamb to get him get him involved. They gonna doubling up. Y'all not beat nobody in the run game. Y'all run game is trash right now. So it's gonna be Ferguson and Lamb. It is. You know what's crazy though? This Cowboys not looking impressive. Just take me back to 2020. You know, Dak is not hurt. Dak was hurt that year. That's the year he broke his leg. Had some more injuries that year. So NFC East was trash. It was the NFC least that year because we ended up winning the division that year with 7 games with Taylor Heineke. Started off with Case Keenum. Or was that Case Keenum? Or was it what's my boy name? Kyle Anderson. I don't know. I forget. We didn't have so many fucking quarterbacks, but we won the division. We ended the year up with Heineke. But that's how bad it was, that division. But that was the year we took over the division. We beat the undefeated Steelers on primetime television. They was 11-0 at that time. I just know Alex Smith came back that year after breaking his leg. I want to say his leg got tightened up in that Steelers game, and that's when we find out about Taylor Heineke. But it's looking like that again as far as the division. Like, we on top. Eagles is having issues. Dallas is having issues. The Giants is the ass end of the division. And, what I've looked, when I look, it's a pattern. Because y'all know every year, we never had the same division winner every year. Every year is somebody different. NFC North, AFC North, you might switch up here and there. It might be the Ravens. Might be the Steelers. It might be the Bengals. Fuck around, it might be Cleveland. But then a couple years it might be the Ravens every year, and then boom, somebody knocked them out, somebody else's turn. The AFC East, you know, it's the Bills. Before the Bills, it was the Patriots every year. The South is always up and down. The West is always the Chiefs. The West and the NFC is either the 49ers or the Rams. You know, it's been a minute since it's been the Seahawks. The North has always been the Packers. Last year it was the Lions. The South is always up and down. But I want to say it's been Tampa Bay past couple years. But with us, it's always somebody different every year. And every 4 years, it's always us. You know, 2016, it was 2012, RG3 year, we won a division. It was us. 2016, we had Kirk Cousins. We went to the playoffs. 2020 was the year, you know, the COVID year. We won 7 games, won a division, and now it's 2024. 4 years later, it's looking like our time again. So it's crazy. But yeah, let's get into that's it far as Cowboys. Y'all got those 4 players out, man. It's gonna be rough for y'all. You know, I'm seeing Michael Parsons being very vocal in his media scrums. He's being very vocal on his podcast. Like I said, I still ain't subscribed to his podcast. Never watched the episode. Got to see what that brother talking about. So much to watch these days, dog. Everybody is doing this. That's why I appreciate y'all, because y'all can be watching anybody else. There's so much shit y'all can watch. Cause as soon as I get off of here, I subscribe to, you know, Louis T, Rio Robinson, because that's what keep me up with my Commanders updates, you know. And then I watch NFL Live. I watch you know, other shit, and you know, on top of that, FMW stuff I be trying to keep up with. Raiders wide receiver Davante Adams wants to play for the Jets, sources say. But the All-Pro is open to landing with other teams, and he hasn't demanded to be traded anywhere specific. Las Vegas will take the best deal, likely at least a second round. I don't think he's worth the second round pick. Talent-wise, yes, of course, he's worth the second round pick. But the contract, no. The age, no. No, I got to take on his contract, and this dude is aging. And what to say if this dude don't stick here? If he don't like it here and he be demanding the trade from here, and I'm giving you a second rounder? No, not doing it. And us, you know, our name was thrown in the mix. If I'm us, I'll take our name out the hat. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck them and fuck him. You feel me? I'm petty as fuck, bro. I don't like what he said about Washington when he was sitting down with Amon-Ra St. Brown and he had that shit to say. And I'm not from the DMV area. The only ties I got to the DMV area is this football team that I love so much. Other than that, I'm from California. He's from California. And I don't like what he said about the fan base, which I'm a part of. I don't like what he said about the city, which I'm not a part of, but I do love the city. I love going to visit there. And he's talked about the stadium. He talked about the field, which is a piece of shit. But yeah, fuck you, though. Stay your ass in Vegas, bro. Because you ain't going to win shit nowhere you go. I don't think he's going to help nobody win nothing. If he go to the Saints, yeah, he might. He might put them over the hump. But as far as the Jets, hell fucking no. It's too many teams in the AFC to go against, and I don't think he's going to help them much. That's just my opinion, y'all. And that's just me lashing out. I don't think so. He's not going to beat you single-handedly. I think the Jets got more than just a Davante Adams problem, and I don't think they need Davante Adams, to be clear. Like, Adam Lazard been balling. Yeah, it's probably some issues with and some chemistry issues with Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson, but I don't think Devontae Adams is going to be the answer. Let me see what else we got before we get out of here. We talked about Kyle Pitts. We talked about the Cowboys, Devontae Adams, Nick Chubb. I gave y'all the players of the month. Gave y'all the matchups. Gave y'all the other news. Okay, so let's get into this. I gave y'all prize picks. I gave y'all underdog fantasy picks. Let's get into week 5 picks and what teams that I got. All right, so week 5 starting tonight. I got Tampa beating Atlanta at home. I got Minnesota beating New York Jets. I got Chicago beating Carolina Panthers. Chicago is at home. I got the Baltimore Ravens beating Cincinnati. I got Miami beating New England. I got Washington beating Cleveland. Washington is at home. I got Jacksonville getting a first win against Indy. I got Houston beating Buffalo. I got Denver beating Las Vegas. I got 49ers beating Arizona. I got Green Bay beating LA Rams. Packers is here at the Rams. I got Seattle beating New York Giants. I got Pittsburgh beating Dallas Sunday night. And then I got New Orleans beating Kansas City Monday night. So, yeah. Hold on, y'all. I'll get back to this later. So, yeah. That's all I got for today, though, man. So, we'll probably tap back in tomorrow. Tomorrow's me and Rio Robinson. Y'all make sure y'all come into that. My boy really knowledgeable about football in general. But, you know, he's a diehard Washington Commanders fan, and he's from the area. And we're going to talk about, you know, all things Commanders. Make sure y'all tap in. We'll talk about, you know, these other teams too as well. But make sure y'all here for that, man. Make sure y'all like that before y'all get out of here. After y'all get out of here, make sure y'all tap in with community today at 2 o'clock. So, man, appreciate y'all as always. I'm out of here. Peace.